Yeah, so I'm YouTubing. First couple of YouTubes of 2025. I did a recording this morning when I first wake up, watch the news, plug into the news. Sometimes I watch last night's news. I like to watch world news, and then San Diego news in the morning is always like super positive. There's no heavy stories except for the obvious, like we have crazy fires right now in LA. But anyway, I'm looking for some excitement. I was like kind of hungry, looking for Googling like events for San Diego or LA or Orange County, anything. Like, what's the coolest thing that's happening today? I'd like to go check that out. And it's kind of hard to find like a reliable place that always gives you the coolest thing, like kind of like in the list. I mean, it kind of depends on what you like to do. It is a Thursday. It's not like it's a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But it'd be nice to have like an events calendar. My brother always talked about making one because there isn't one. There used to be a pretty decent one online, but I don't know. It's just like my phone updated and it won't come back. I don't know if they stopped doing it or whatever, but it was just like, would just come up. And I scroll through it. Now it's like the one for the San Diego Readers isn't that good. Eventbrite. There's one for san diego.org that's okay, but this tells you like where all the farmers markets are. And I think it's just like I want to pick up my spirits a little bit. Maybe watch a good movie or do something that makes me feel good. Be around some music or see somebody doing something. When I can't think of anything, I go to the beach, watch surfing. But anyway, I'm in Mira Mesa at H Mart. They don't have H Marts in East Lake or Chula Vista or anywhere near South Bay. So I'm just here. It's like an Asian supermarket. And hopefully they usually don't have those little. Right now my knee's busted, so I've been cruising around in those buggies that are automatic, like go-karts. Because I limp a lot. Anyway, hopefully they have one. If not, I just like lean against a cart. But I was kind of going through my emotions today. I was in my car. Instead of getting right out to go, I'm just gonna get something cold to drink in there, and maybe if there's a food court, get something like unusual, some barbecue, Korean barbecue, or something that I normally don't eat, but that tastes good. Has a little food experience. I was going through my emotions, and I wanted to record this because it was personal. And I was like, why am I feeling sad right now? I kind of like have an emptiness in my soul I want to fill. Like, what's really going on with me? At age 51, and I was like, couldn't figure it out for a while, but I came to the conclusion that I'm sad because my life lacks purpose. Like, my son is turning 18 to 19, and he's leaving. He's finishing high school. It's kind of a little bit early to have that emotion because he's going to be around for like another year finishing high school. But I know that he's finishing high school. And I'm just used to him not being so independent. Like, now he can ride the bus all over town. He's talking about taking like a train all the way up to Canada from here, and with like 3 other friends. And it's not like I could say no. He's over 18, and his all friends are all down and pretty smart kids, Anyway. Also, they're kids that have a million relatives, whereas when I grew up, I didn't have that many relatives that were in my life, just due to moving around and being disconnected and religious reasons. But anyway, I was just like, I'm used to being someone's husband. I'm used to being a landlord. I'm used to being a dog daddy. Being responsible for my dog Rayleigh. I had all these responsibilities in my life, and now I don't have any. It's just me, which is great. It's actually perfect right now because I have to like rebuild my life. I have to get in better shape. I have to stack a bunch of cash, make a little money pillow, 10 grand in the bank just in case of emergencies, build my emergency fund. I'm moving, so I gotta, find the right place for me to grow as a guy. Like, my place that I was at was just really easy going. There wasn't really anything challenging, which was great. It was a great place to crash and burn. and just kind of like not be responsible at all. I always had a clean room, and I was like, man, these guys, the people I live with, man, they're a bunch of hoarders, man. And so I just kind of like, it's cool, I could just let it all go. It was comfortable for a long time, but now it's like, I've never desired a more organized, simplified lifestyle ever in my life. Now that I'm moving, I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to live clean and organized and focus on only health foods and stuff. And I have been lately, trying to build new habits for 2025. And pretty soon I will start having results. And it's tough that I got to do it with a limping leg. It is out of all the things I went through, heart attack. They repoed my car and stuff. It's just like, out of all the things that sucked, is the damn knee. And I wasn't even doing anything. It's not like I did it sports or anything major happened. I was literally standing in the back of my van and did a slight twist. I was putting some product away that I sell for a living, and my knee just popped out and popped back in. I was stressing the leg though. There's vein missing that's now in my heart, and so my leg was retaining fluids. It's called edema. It's a condition, and anyway, you're not supposed to be like working severely on your leg. Like part-time, really lightly is okay, but all day going heavy, no. And so I had a half day. I was going all full speed. I had 8 cases. I got to selling 4 cases, which is money that I needed, like $400 or $500 profit, and then suddenly that my knee popped in and out, and it was enough to get out of the money emergency that I needed right then and there. But then I had to drive home, and I couldn't even hop to the tree. I told my landlord to put a crutch on the tree so I could hop to it and get the crutch, so I go upstairs to my bedroom, and I'll figure out like my life from there. I couldn't even make it to the tree. I had to go to ER and get X-rays, and they said that my knee just popped in and out of place, but it caused severe swelling. And here it is, and it was shortly after my heart attack. It just was like the cherry on the top. Like, not only did I have a heart attack, I twisted my knee, and it never cured. Like, I'm still hopping months later. Someone asked me how long ago that all happened. September 6th was my heart attack. So whenever you're watching this video, September 6th of 2024. And then the holidays, and it's now January, like the first week of January. And I'm just sad because, I was heavy-hearted, and I was just like, man, I want to feel that. Should I go wine tasting, watch some surfing? I always go to La Jolla Cove because it's always beautiful. I was like, what's the coolest thing I could do with my life? I was thinking even going to LA and finding like the best safe view of the fires just to see it, or try to do DoorDash, because there's people in need, and it kind of fulfills a need up there. I'm sure DoorDash is just going off crazy right now because of everybody needs water, everybody needs basic needs, and they're in hotels and need groceries, and I don't know, need food delivery. I was just thinking DoorDash is probably off the hook. I'm not much of a DoorDasher, but I figured I can go up there and just be part of the community and just ask a lot of people questions and make some videos. It just sounds fun, something that I would like to randomly do for fun. Right now I'm ride sharing. I know it's a bit slow. I didn't have a customer all the way here, so I turn off my app. I'm like, at H Smart they always have the those weird like Hawaiian drinks that they don't have at Vaughn's, like the Sunkissed. Maybe they do, but it's like $1.99. Here at the Asian store, they're only like $1, $1.19, $1.09, something like that. They're about half price. But it's like the Hawaiian like sodas. They're just really sweet. They have like iced teas and punch and luau punch. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm running low on those at home, so I was gonna get like a 6-pack of those, and they always make me happy. And it was like weird things that make me happy. But anyways, I was just thinking like, what is bothering me? And I got down. It's weird how like it takes a while, like 10, 20, 30 minutes. And I was just like, what the heck is really going on in my heart? And it's just sadness because I really miss being my wife's husband. I really like being accountable. And I miss being a dad to my son, especially when he was younger, because when he got older, it was all about computers and his friends. and our relationship changed. And it was always one-on-one with me, and he had tons of energy, and it was always like listening, and he was never on the computer unless we were doing like Minecraft or something at home. But out and about, he was always like climbing all over. He was doing like the TikTok dances and whatever viral video that was going on. He was like repeating that and doing songs and asking me questions with his cute little boy voice, and asking me if he could do some like really cool things that were like usually not that expensive. And like, get me an apple pie, Dad, or take me to SeaWorld, or the zoo, or can we go to the beach, or I don't know what he would ask me, but it was always cute and easy to do or give to your son that you love, that makes you happy, given to your only child. And I only had one, so it was like easy to take care of him. And I was worried that I was going to have two, because like everybody has two in my family. I'm probably one of the few people that had one kid. Except my Uncle Mike had one son, Brad. So he grew up an only child. But I think it's just like you can focus on one kid and really pour into him and stuff. That's why he has dreams and hopes for college, and he knows he's going. But he also has his mother's and his father's desire to travel. One thing we all have in common is travel. I was hoping, like, after 10 years of not really talking to his mom, we would do some type of agreement where we could go on vacation and not hate on each other, And it's just, I guess, like, I'm totally down, but she's not. I mean, I would just make the best of it, I'd even sleep in my son's bed instead of hers, or just get another room. I'd probably have to get a different room, but that's not even on the table. And it's sad. It saddens me that we don't even have a friendship, because it's so easy. It's like right there, It's like I've forgiven me, I've forgiven her, I've forgiven everybody. Like, last couple of years, it's like I just give her the money she needed. It was always fair, handshake. All my son's bills in half, 50%. I mean, that's a fair handshake. Nothing too crazy. But then I got an expensive car. That stressed the whole situation out. Then I got a heart attack, and maybe it was because I was paying her, paying the car, trying to pay everybody, working myself as fast and as hard as possible, and the stress like caused me to eat conveniently through fast food, and that's what caught up with eating too much animal fat in my heart. It's all related. It's all connected. It's like the stress. You crave carbs and sugar, and that's what brought it up. The whole showdown. Now I have to reconstruct, but I have to like rebuild my life, but smart. Like simplified, with purpose. And so I've been desiring a dog. I was thinking about getting another dog. And I know San Diego's getting expensive, so I got to change locations, but I don't want to give up the beauty. And Rosarito is like the perfect solution. And everything would be brand new. There'd be a different language to, I do think Latinas are beautiful. I don't want one that's like desire is to take care of 10 children, though. You know what I mean? Like, I really want a Latina that would be like, also want to travel with me, also does interesting things online, like is kind of with it with the AI or marketing or some type of skill that has something to do with the future, real estate, advertising, anything that would be helpful to our income would be nice. It's just like, I always think of TJ as being really third world broke, and so like a lot of girls there, the best desire is to sell watches at JCPenney's or something like that, or jewelry or whatever, some poor ass job that's like minimum wage, and it's like I need like a businesswoman. That's what I'm hoping for in my future, someone I can put our heads together and do something kind of big, to make up for lost time, because I just feel like my wife and I that I first was married to, we could have done probably life 10 times grander. It was just a poor attitude, and when she was mad, she would bring the whole show down and not feel bad about it, and it would stay that way for too long. And there was so much positive things that could have happened in the last like 10 to 15 years of my life, and it just seemed like it just went by and it was all about survival. But I learned a lot about myself, and I learned about my habits and other people in my life, and things evolved. My brother taught me good things. He also had bad habits, so there's a lot of things to learn from him. And now it's all about like, God, what are the possibilities, So with the grand conclusion of everything was just to simplify my life and try to learn how to exist in other areas, like in other countries, as an expat, as a like a millionaire, laptop millionaire on the beach, But I was thinking, work for an airline like Southwest Airlines, customer service, $20 an hour, but the benefits are like you can fly anywhere in the world, and then I would be like a YouTuber who can fly all over the world and only post content either locally when I'm off work or fly somewhere totally beautiful and do a bunch of content, the top 10 places to visit when you're in Honolulu or Zimbabwe or whatever. So anyway, that's what's on my mind today. So about 15-minute video. I should edit this and make it a 10-minute video, but I don't know how. So all right, I'll talk to you later.